Hi everybody, this is Julie with ReadySetStamp.blogspot.com, and I have the cutest little cupcakes here. But these are not the cupcakes that you would want to eat. These are actually called bath bombs or bath fizzies. And for those of you that are not familiar with that, you put them in your bathtub and they foam up and they're so fizzy and they're filled with, like, you can put almond oil or olive oil or any other thing like that. You can also put milk products and cocoa butter and make your bath super, super soft. You come out, your skin's like butter. So I want to show you how to make these. These are really easy to do, and if you have any relatives or friends that live out of state, this is perfect for sending them. So following this and the instructions on how to make this, I will also have a separate video on how to put it into one of the Sweet Treats cartridge cupcake holders, and so then you can ship it that way, and it would be absolutely adorable. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is Julie with ReadySetStamp.blogspot.com, and I'm going to be doing something really fun and different, and we're going to be making bath bombs today. You've seen them, or maybe you haven't seen them, but they're really popular with a Luxe brand, L-U-X-E, I believe. And so there's lots of recipes out there. I got mine from makeandtakes.com and looked up fizzy bath bombs. So the first thing that you do is take 2 cups of what is this called? 2 cups of baking soda. Add that into there. And then they sell this by the bulk at Costco, just so that you know. And then 1 cup of citric acid. Citric acid is the same stuff that's in any of your fruits that you get. Oranges and also lemons. And I got this right off of eBay. And now what you do is 1 tablespoon of oil of your choice. I got this off of eBay. This is almond oil. But you can, if you don't have any of that, you can just use olive oil right from the cabinet that you have. So that would work. And what I'm going to do is mix this into this little dish here. So I'm going to just put that into there. And the next thing, it says 5 drops of fragrant essence. And so what I did, I got this. This is just from Michael's, and it's a fruit scent. So I'm just going to do 5 of these. 1. If I can get it in there, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So it wants you to mix it up in a separate container for some reason. Not sure why, but this is my first time making these, so I'm just going to follow it to the letter. Now it says 3 to 5 drops of coloring. So here's what I've done. I got this from a place called Brambleberry.com. And it's a whole kit that'll actually have the right coloring that you need, because I did read that if you use normal food coloring, you have the potential of staining your tub. Now, granted, I'm sure you can scrub it out, but anyway, I just didn't want that to happen. I didn't want that to happen to anyone that I gave these to. So I'm going to be making these cute little cupcakes and these cute little ice cream cones. So what I'm going to be doing is this light color here. So let me use this. It says 3 to 5 drops, and this thing has got like a little dropper at the top that you push. So let's see here. It's like a little eyedropper, and I got to put that in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So there's the 5 drops. And if for any reason I don't like the color that it's making, you know, I can always add more and change it and get it to a deeper color. So this is what it says to add into here. Now you can add as an option bentonite clay to it. You can add powdered milk to it. And it's just usually 1 teaspoon of those. And then also 1 teaspoon of sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium ether sulfate. Those are the same thing. And that's available on eBay, and that'll just make it bubble more. But I didn't do that just because I didn't actually order that. So this is what I've ordered and what I'm going to mix together here. So this is what it looks like. Not the prettiest thing here, but anyway, that's what it looks like all mixed up. And it did say you have to be careful when you kind of add these liquids, because adding liquid to this is what will make it start bubble. It will have a chemical reaction, so you just need to be a little bit careful with that. And if you are using regular food coloring, you may want to put on some gloves just to prevent any type of staining or anything like that. They did say the best thing that you can do is mix with your hand, because then you can feel. You want this to get the consistency of a pie crust, where it has just little fine, what am I trying to say? Just kind of mealy in the size of little peas. So anyway, I'm just going to keep mixing this here. And then it says you take your witch hazel into a spray container and you spray it 3 times at a time, and then you continue mixing. that's so that you don't activate it. So anyway, let me do that and come right back. Okay, and for the next step, you want to do 3 squirts of the witch hazel, or if you don't have witch hazel, you can use alcohol. Believe it or not, you guys can't see what I'm using here, but let me show you. This is actually Love Spell from Victoria's Secret. I love this spray. I love the scent of it. So I'm using this. I read the ingredients and it says it was alcohol and water. I'm like, well, it says I could use alcohol in it, so I'm going to try this. So I'm just going to keep at it like so, and you do 3 squirts at a time, and you want it the consistency of sand. And so anyway, I'm just going to keep at it like so. And eventually, this will all get mixed up. And it'll hold together, so not quite there yet. So let me try 3 more squirts here. And you can take a look too. I know it's probably hard to see on camera, but I can see pretty much that this isn't all mixed together. I can see kind of a creamy looking, and I'm not sure if that, I'm guessing the more off-white color is possibly from the, I don't know, maybe it's the coloring that I added, but I do think I need more coloring in here because this just isn't enough color, I don't think, of what I was hoping for the bottom of it. Now, I could make it look like I'm doing white cupcakes, but okay guys, so here's the consistency of what it should look like. It's kind of mealy, piecey, like like I said, wet sand would be, or a pie crust would be. And then when you hold it together, watch this. Look at that. Keep its shape. That's exactly how you want it. Boy, guys, I kind of almost wish I had the camera rolling because I was spraying it, and I really don't even know how many sprays I did. Probably in the neighborhood of 50 to 70 sprays it took me to do this. So at one point I thought, wow, this is just taking so long. So why don't I spray 6 instead of 3 like the directions say, and see, just get this process going a little faster. So I sprayed 6, and all of a sudden I heard the sound of basically the chemicals reacting, which is supposed to happen in your bathtub, and they tell you not to do that because you want it to happen in your bathtub. You don't want it to happen in the bowl. You want it to fizz in your bathtub. Anyway, it was pretty darn funny. But let me show you what's going to happen here. So I'm just going to take a tiny little bit of this, and you guys are going to hear this. Listen. Isn't that wonderful? So that is what's going to go into your bath. So anyway, there's just a little sample of what it's going to be. Aren't these the cutest, you guys? These are cupcake molds, and there's actually 2 of them stacked on top of each other, and this is how they came via eBay. However, I'm just going to keep them stacked like this because I think it's going to help keep its shape even more. So, and they said you have to pack these really, really well. So this is what I'm going to do, is just pack this really well. And then you have to wait a long time. They said almost, 40 to 48 hours to make sure that these are nice and hard before you remove them. And you have to pack them well. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is pack it well, and of course come back to it in a couple days, and then when you guys see that, you'll see me do the next step, which is going to be the frosting. So I'm going to do this, and then there's also those cupcakes that you can do in those silicone molds that make the little rippled edge. So there's one of them, but I'll finish with the rest. And anyway, so this is just my cheap little cupcake tin here, and I do like the ones with the ridges, but with the silicone, I just don't know how well those are going to hold up, unless I maybe stacked them 2 on top of each other. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put them in this cupcake mold. I'm going to let them get hard, this shape, which is going to be smooth, and then I'm going to take it out and put it in a cute little rigid cupcake holder. So that's my plan. So I'm just going to continue to do this, and when you guys come back, you'll see these all dry, and then we'll work on the frosting portion of this. So stay tuned for that.